From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, September 23rd, 2014. Silver is trading at $17.80 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,228 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $399. Antiwar.com reports Yemen's Houthi rebels are shoring up their control of the capital city of Sana'a after shoring up several government buildings over the weekend. The Shiite tribal faction is backing protesters who had been calling for regime change in the city and is also moving harshly against the Sunni-dominated military leadership. Fighting stalled on Monday as the Houthis set up checkpoints around the city and military leaders went into hiding. The Houthis claim a deal to see a new technocratic government appointed within a month. After President Hadi was installed in a single-candidate vote, he set up a mostly powerless government and tried to maintain considerable direct control. The new government reportedly will include both significant numbers of Shiite minority politicians and secessionist figures from southern Yemen. In the meantime, with locals fearing violence could again erupt at any time, medical officials are clearing the streets of corpses left rotting in the streets from the weeks of fighting. 200 more bodies were recovered, bringing the confirmed death toll to 340 from the fighting. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Reuters reports a Louisiana judge ruled on Monday in favor of a same-sex couple, saying the state's ban on gay marriage is unconstitutional. The ruling compels the state to recognize the out-of-state marriage of the plaintiffs in the case, but its full extent is not immediately clear because it is temporarily under seal, according to Bruce Parker, a spokesman for Equality Louisiana. C. Welton Gaddy, president of Interfaith Alliance and a Monroe-based pastor, said in a statement, "This judgment of the court is a sign of hope amid the maelstrom of despair and confusion that Louisiana's LGBT community has lived through recently." Louisiana Attorney General Buddy Caldwell plans to appeal the decision directly to the state's Supreme Court. His office did not immediately return messages seeking comment. The ruling comes as the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to take up the question of gay marriage bans during the next term, which starts in October, in what is likely to be the most momentous civil rights case in years. Earlier this month, a federal judge in New Orleans ruled in favor of the state's marriage ban in a break from other recent federal rulings on the issue. ExpressCoin is the best choice for buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and more. ExpressCoin prides themselves on their customer service, so much so that the back end on the website should allow them to be even more focused on your needs. Get your cryptocurrencies with money order, check, wire transfer, or cash deposit. Get started at expresscoin.fppradio.com. That's expresscoin.fppradio.com. Antiwar.com reports the Obama administration is seeking to avoid any discussion of the massive cost of the new war against the Islamic State, with the White House pointedly refusing to provide any estimates on what the war has cost so far or what it will cost in the future. The administration has so far been paying for the airstrikes out of the Overseas Contingency Operations budget. That's an $85 billion pool to draw from, but could end up being a drop in the bucket. The refusal to provide estimates isn't simply stubbornness about not wanting to have a debate on the war, of course, as the administration keeps announcing new escalations for the conflicts seemingly multiple times a week. Exactly how big of a war we're going to end up with might not even be clear to the war planners. The last Iraq war, which spanned from 2003 to 2010, cost over $2 trillion. The new war aims to not only target the Islamic State inside of Iraq, but in neighboring Syria as well, and as the war goals continue to mount, so does the unfunded liability that is the new open-ended war. President Obama has been honest about the length of the war in recent comments, saying ending the conflict is something that will be up to the president after him, or likely the one after that. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.